Hey, welcome to another episode of the Rob Report. I'm your host, Robert BOBTV Brown. Before we get into this segment, by the end of this video, I want you to do a few things for me. First of all, if you like the video, hit the like button. Please do. If you don't like it, hit unlike. It's okay. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Sometimes, as Jimmy Dole would say, you find yourself unsubscribed and you need to make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell right next to it so you can be notified when a new video is being dropped. Whoop, there it is. And more importantly, the super chat will be on for this segment, so if you want to donate toward the efforts of Bob TV, that's freely up to you. I do have a job, but any amount will help toward the growth of this channel. And more important, let us help you help us by introducing you to a program. There's a link down below that says Equal Justice for All. You're going to click that video link, and there's some educational tutorial about a phenomenal program in America that is really making equal justice a reality for every citizen. So this program is phenomenal. The proceeds from you participating in the program will go back, 10% will go back into the Bob TV YouTube channel. So anyway, my name is Robert Brown with the Rob Report. Let's get into it. Well, she did it again. Tulsi Gabbard showing how presidential she really can be. I call her the underdog in the race because, man, they're trying their best to press her. I thought they, in 2016, it was Bernie that was pressing down. Now it's her, right? They're really pressing down her because she really come after some people. And it's no different in this situation because in the middle of this Julian Assange being pulled away from the Ecuadorian embassy and arrested and taken into custody, everybody been mum the word except for her. That's right. Yeah, Bernie Sanders mum the word. Elizabeth Warren mums the word. All your presidential candidates on the Democratic side, zip. Even Trump, who said, I love WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks, I love him. Even he's backtracking and said, I don't know nothing about him, when it's his administration and the Democrats and the Republicans that are weaving his web to try to get this man over to our side of the water to try to accuse him of hacking charges. Now, how are you going to accuse a person who only report the information that was hacked as a co-conspirator in a hacking charge? Only in America you can do that, because other countries wouldn't dare touch that. Even Obama would not even touch that because that was a slippery slope. That is really, really going against a core part of our Constitution, and that's freedom of speech. Now, justifiably so, Congressman Tulsi Gabbard, a candidate for president, went on Jake Tapper. Yeah, his last name Tapper. That's not his porn name. But, you know, Jake Tapper went on his show, and he questioned her about this situation. And this is what she had to say.
WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange arrested in London on charges of conspiracy to hack U.S. government computers, which contain classified information. Joining me now to talk about this and more, Democratic presidential candidate Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard of Hawaii. Congresswoman, aloha. Thanks for joining us.
Aloha, Jake. Good to see you.
So you served 2 tours of duty in the Middle East. You're currently a major in the Army National Guard. Assange, along with Chelsea Manning, spread classified information that prosecutors at Manning's trial claimed could have brought harm to U.S. service members in Iraq and Afghanistan. Do you agree with that? And what do you think about Assange's extradition and prosecution in the U.S.?
Look, over time, there hasn't been any proof that that has been brought to bore. And what we have seen is that so much of the information that's been released has informed the American people about actions that were taking place that they should be aware of. It provided transparency around issues both related to civil liberties as well as actions that our military was taking in the Middle East that they should not have been. So really, I think what's happening here is some form of retaliation coming from the government saying, hey, this is what happens when you release information that we don't want you to release. And I think that's why this is such a dangerous and slippery slope, not only for journalists, not only for those in the media, but also for every American, that our government can and has the power to kind of lay down the hammer to say, be careful, be quiet, and fall in line. Otherwise, we have the means to be able to come after you.
So you don't think that he should have been extradited, and you don't support his prosecution in the U.S.?
I think the charges about hacking, look, those can and should be worked out in the court of law. My point is that I think there's a bigger issue at play here. There's a reason why the Obama administration chose not to extradite and prosecute Assange, because they understood the danger. They understood the danger of the government coming in and controlling essentially what information is and is not being released. We can go back to the release of the Pentagon Papers as an example. We can look to how the American people have benefited from some of this information being released. So I think we've got to look at it within this larger context here and make sure that we understand what's at stake and actually the danger of what happens when we have people in government, whether it's this administration or a future administration, basically saying, hey, look, we can call WikiLeaks a foreign intelligence agency. We can designate an individual as a foreign asset or this or that, simply because they don't like the information that's being published or they don't like the things that you're saying.
So here, once again, Tulsi Gabbard pulling no punches, not being tippy-toe about a situation, but doing the right thing, whether even if it costs her the election, she's going to do the right thing in this situation. And in this situation, she said, man, I'm not feeling it. In the words of the street, dude, I'm not feeling this. This is wrong. My guts telling me this. You don't need to be doing this. You don't need to be doing this. And Hillary Clinton got the nerve to run her mouth, her crooked behind. She's the reason she stepped down. Tulsi Gabbard saw how crooked Hillary Clinton was trying to get this thing to go her way. She stepped down. And all she's doing, she knew that this stuff was going on, but she couldn't say too much about it. But when WikiLeaks exposed it, it proved that she was on the right side of history again, because WikiLeaks validated everything that she was really trying to say but just couldn't say, because she's still a Democrat. And yet, you know, you have to, when it comes to politics, you owe allegiance to the Democratic Party. You have to sign documents and all that kind of stuff, and that's wrong. You should not owe allegiance to nobody but the American people when you're running for public office. That's why I'm not in any party. You ain't gonna ever get me to sign up at any party. But Rob, we need your vote in the Democratic Party to stop Trump. Go on without me, Doc, because I'm not joining your crooked party. Both of them crooked. I'm not joining crooked organizations just because you want to stop a crook. You're on your own. As I said before, if there's anybody who in the Democratic Party that I would support, it's her, because she got guts. She's a female with balls. That's what she is, big ones. Because she ain't afraid to say what needs to be said. She's not an opportunist. She's not a tiptoe person. And even though she don't have a brash voice, even though she don't have that strong voice, she said, look, let me tell you something. How you inflect your voice in a speech has nothing to do. It may make you feel good. I can go to a church and that preacher can preach me to the point that I'm swinging on the chandeliers. Yeah, he can go out there and have sex with one of the members in the church. So that don't faze me. It's not about how good you preach. It's how you walk what you preach. And in this case, Tulsi Gabbard is walking what she preaches. And that's why I said if there's any Democrat that I'm voting for, it would be her. Now, it's too early. I still got my popcorn watching these guys, because the proof is in your action, not in what you say you're going to do, not what your policy is planning to do. It's what you do right now that determines everything else. As my pastor said, Pastor Deborah Hill, what you do today determines your tomorrow. If you can't stand up to the government and this crap they're pulling right now today, what make you think, I believe, that you're going to be able to stand up against it if you're the president? No, I need to see you do something now. And if you ain't doing nothing now, you ain't gonna do nothing in the future. I don't trust people like that. Don't expect me to trust people like that. If you want to do it, you do you. But this dude, Great job, Tulsi. As my man Nico House would say, it's Tulsi time.